Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we explore the world of rare and historic coins. Today we are diving deep into the story of the 1967 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but carries a rich and fascinating history that stretches back more than a century. To truly understand the 1967 Lincoln penny, we must go back to the origins of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The decision to put Lincoln on the cent marked a turning point in American numismatics, and the public reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Victor David Brenner, the designer of the original Lincoln cent, created a portrait of Lincoln based on a photograph taken by Matthew Brady in 1864, and the design was instantly iconic, but there was early controversy, as Brenner had placed his initials VDB prominently on the reverse at the bottom of the coin, which led to criticism and their removal after only a short production run, making the 1909 SVDB one of the most sought-after and valuable Lincoln cents ever minted over the years. The Lincoln penny saw several subtle and not-so-subtle design changes, including modifications to Lincoln's bust, the lettering, and the wheat ears on the reverse, which remained until 1958, when the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the penny itself. Fast forward to 1967, and the United States was in the middle of significant social, economic, and political change. The Vietnam War, civil rights movement, and space race were shaping the nation, and in the coin world, a major issue of coin hoarding and a resulting coin shortage had prompted the U.S. Mint to make several temporary policy changes in the mid-1960s. One of the most notable was the decision to suspend the use of mint marks from 1965 to 1967. This decision meant that all coins, including the 1967 Lincoln penny, were struck without mint marks, making it impossible to distinguish where they were produced. This was done to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on mint origin and to keep more coins in circulation. The 1967 Lincoln penny was minted in large quantities at all three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But again, none of the coins carry a mint mark, so identifying the mint of origin is generally not possible for circulated examples. However, with some advanced techniques and die analysis, some experts can attribute a few coins to specific mints, especially those that show distinct characteristics in the strike quality or die, where the composition of the 1967 Lincoln cent remained the same as in previous years, at 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was before the shift in 1982 to the modern copper-plated zinc core penny. Due to rising metal costs, the weight of the 1967 penny is 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a plain edge. What makes the 1967 Lincoln penny particularly interesting for collectors is not just the mintage or its lack of mint mark, but the varieties and errors that emerged during this time. The mint was producing coins at a high rate, and with fewer quality control measures compared to today, this led to a number of notable errors that have become quite collectible today. Among these are double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, and clipped planchets. One of the most desirable errors from this year is the 1967 doubled die obverse, where strong doubling can be seen on the date and lettering, though scarce, it is a sought-after piece in high grades, and certified examples can fetch significant premiums on the market in addition to error coins. Proof coins were not struck in 1967 due to the mint's focus on eliminating the coin shortage and discouraging collecting. As a result, the mint issued special mint sets, or SMS coins, from 1965 through 1967. These sets were not proof, but were higher quality than regular business. Strikes struck with more care and often showing better surfaces, and strikes the 1967 SMS Lincoln cent is known for having a sharper strike and in many cases a satin-like finish which appeals to collectors, but grading these coins can be tricky since SMS coins fall somewhere between business strikes and proofs and must be evaluated carefully by experts in high grades, especially MS-67 and above these coins. Can command impressive values from collectors who want to complete high-quality date sets over the years. The 1967 Lincoln penny has gained appreciation not only as a vintage copper cent, but as a piece of history from a transitional period in American coinage and society. It serves as a reminder of how economic pressures and national policy can directly influence the coinage that millions of people use. Every day, as we look at surviving examples from this year, especially those in brilliant uncirculated condition or with unique varieties, we see the legacy of a coin that bridged tradition and change in U.S. minting practices for collectors, understanding the subtle nuances of this coin, including die varieties, strike differences, and surface quality can provide a rewarding experience and potentially uncover hidden value in what might at first appear to be a common penny. This journey through the 1967 Lincoln penny is also a reflection on how even the most modest coins in our pockets can carry stories of the past, craftsmanship, politics, economics, and human ingenuity. The fact that this single cent represents all of these layers is what makes numismatics so fascinating for so many people, whether you are a beginner, just learning about Lincoln cents, or an experienced collector. Searching for high-end varieties, the 1967 Lincoln penny offers depth, rarity, history, and beauty. And with that, we will now explore various specimens under magnification, compare different grades, examine known errors, and take a look at auction results and values to help you better identify what makes a 1967 Lincoln cent worth collecting and how you can spot the most valuable examples in circulation or in your own collection. So stay tuned as we go deeper into the world of the 1967 Lincoln penny right here on the channel. As of recent years, auction records show that top-graded 1967 Lincoln cents in MS-67 red condition have sold for several $100s, with a few exceptional examples surpassing the $1,000 mark, particularly when the coin is free of distracting spots, has full luster, and excellent eye appeal. Coins from SMS sets in SP67 or SP68 condition can also bring strong premiums, especially when designated with the cameo or deep cameo label, which indicates a strong contrast between frosted devices and mirrored fields. These designations are relatively rare for 1967 SMS Lincoln cents and are highly prized among specialists. Looking beyond individual coins, the 1967 Lincoln cent is part of a broader numismatic trend that reflects the changing nature of American coin collecting during the 1960s. It marks a time when the mint was adjusting its priorities, transitioning from silver-based coinage to base metals, implementing quality control innovations like hub design standardization, and trying to balance public demand with economic pressures. The removal of mint marks and the end of proof coins during this period reveal how the mint attempted to de-incentivize hoarding and speculation in an increasingly unstable economy. For the modern collector, the 1967 Lincoln penny offers more than just a challenge in acquiring a high-grade example. It offers an opportunity to study mint policy era production, transitional design elements, and the socio-economic conditions of mid-century America. The coin may be common in lower grades, but it contains immense historical depth when examined through a numismatic lens. In this channel, we often talk about value, rarity, and market trends, but it's just as important to understand the stories behind the coins and what they represent about the times in which they were made, whether you're collecting Lincoln cents by year and mint mark, or focusing on specific varieties, errors, or die states. The 1967 penny provides a cornerstone example of how much history can be packed into a simple 1-cent piece. And if you're lucky enough to find one in high mint state condition with a rare variety or from a high-quality SMS set, then you may just be holding a piece of numismatic gold. As we continue this video, I will now show you detailed close-ups of actual 1967 Lincoln cents, side-by-side comparisons between SMS and business strikes, illustrations of common and rare errors, grading tips based on real submissions, and a walkthrough of recent auction sales so you can know exactly what to look for when evaluating your own collection. So stay with me as we explore every inch of the 1967 Lincoln cent, right here on the channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dive coin history videos, just like this one.